Welcome everybody to the first episode of my Retro Review series. On Retro Review, I'll be covering products from the past that were important, cool, strange, or a little bit of all three. Today, I'm covering the first generation iPod Nano. Before we get started, please take a second to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I've committed a lot of money and time into starting this channel, and your support by subscribing would mean so much to me. On September 7th, 2005, Steve Jobs took to the stage announcing a replacement for the iPod Mini. He called it the iPod Nano. Following the announcement, Steve pulled the iPod Nano from the small watch pocket in his jeans.
Let's get a camera. I've got a pocket right here. Now this pocket's been the one that your iPod's gone in, traditionally. The iPod and the iPod Mini fit right in there. You ever wonder what this pocket's for? I've always wondered that. Well, now we know, because this is the new iPod Nano.
Now some of you may be wondering why I chose the original iPod Nano. And the reason is, I chose it because it was the first Apple product that I ever owned. I saved up all my birthday and Christmas money and was finally able to buy it in the summer of 2006. I found this clean in-box example on eBay. So let's go ahead, open it up, and see what you got for $249 in 2005. First off, let's start by admiring the retail packaging of the original iPod Nano. I like how it's very minimalist, it's small. I happen to think, and I've said this before, that Apple makes the best retail packaging. The product just blends right in with the background. I always like how they have a raised image of whatever you're buying, whether it's the iPhone, the iPad, or an iPod. It just always looks beautiful on the outside of the box. Let's dive into the box. Slides out. First thing you're greeted with is your iPod. Or you could do that and just drop it on its face. I probably did that when I brought it new. Now let's check out what else is inside. So it came with an original cable, a little insert adapter for your iPod dock or any kind of iPod accessories, iHomes, or the hi-fi system that you may have used. And then a little quick start guide, as well as another little package that's inside here. Opens up and it gives you a CD to install iTunes onto your Windows or Mac computer. And then a couple other guides, and then of course the famous Apple stickers. And this is back when they gave you 2 stickers instead of just 1. I happen to have an Apple iPod dock, so I want to just try out the dock attachment real quick in there. So the one for the iPod Classic pops right out. Your iPod Nano one slides right in. Peel the plastic off of it. Wow, the plastic is really on this thing. Boy, they really wanted it to stay on. Well, once you battle it and get it off, then you can stick it in. And now that it's in, your iPod Nano slots right in there perfectly to the dock. Now this particular iPod Nano is a 2 GB version, which held 500 songs. One of the most impressive things about this is it replaced the iPod Mini, and it definitely was much smaller. This device only weighed 1.5 ounces, and it just feels so light in your hand. That's one of the reasons I liked it so much and had to buy it. It just was so futuristic. In 2005, when it seemed like all products that came out were huge, big, bulky things, along comes the iPod Nano, which was just a tiny, gorgeous little device with a color backlit screen. You couldn't beat it. So when you get it powered on, you get the main iPod menu that all the other iPods had, with music, photos, extras, settings, and then obviously shuffle your songs. Everybody knows what the music is. I don't really need to go into that. A couple of things that I think were cool, and now kind of looking back, a little bit cheesy, especially with modern technology, is viewing photos on this thing. I uploaded a couple of photos that I've taken over time, and I just wanted to look at them. And when you pull them up on this tiny little screen, you can barely see the details of anything. And I just can't imagine ever watching either a movie or viewing video. I never really downloaded photos on my old one. And this one, you can barely see the details. And this one here is a Snapchat, and no matter how much you try, you cannot see the caption that's in it. So as a photo viewer, it was a little bit of a novelty, but very unrealistic in my opinion. And I think watching a video on this would just be horrible. And like I said, I only ever put music on mine. I never put photos or videos on my iPod Nano growing up. What I did do a ton was go here in the extras, and I always would play the games that this thing came with, especially Brick. I love playing Brick. I spent probably an hour playing this when I first picked this iPod up, because I remember spending time in class and all sorts of stuff just wasting time playing Brick. And then you had Music Quiz, which would go through your songs and give you trivia that you could guess. All the songs that I was going to put on here are copyrighted, so I didn't go down that avenue. And then you have Parachute, of course, another one I spent a lot of time playing. And then apparently I need a little practice on it. But these were just little games you could waste so much time playing, and they were satisfying, even though they didn't really have much in the way of graphics or anything like that. You could just sit down and quietly play these, and it would be so much fun. And then of course you had solitaire. Come to think of it, though, between those three games, Parachute, Brick, and Solitaire, I couldn't even begin to count how much time I spent playing all of these. It's like a blast from the past going back and using this. I spent so much time, and I remember loving this thing. I had it everywhere. I used to take it everywhere with me. Also inside extras, you had your contacts that you could upload through iTunes. You had a calendar that you could keep stuff in. Your notes, again, all synced through the computer. This was before Bluetooth and Wi-Fi was integrated into all the stuff like this. You had yourself a stopwatch timer. I remember using this a few times. And then you had screen lock, where you could set a passcode so that nobody could get into your super secure iPod with all of its music and contacts and all of its important stuff. And your music, again, just like all the other iPods, you can view the songs that are on it. The one thing this iPod Nano didn't come with was the original headphones. It would be nice to find a pair of original headphones somewhere. I just haven't been able to go out and find them. I'm sure they're all over the place. This pretty much sums up the first video of the Retro Review series. The iPod Nano first generation, the first Apple product that I ever owned. It'll always hold a special place to me. Thanks a ton for watching. It really means a lot to me. To see more of my videos, make sure to click that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. I'm going to be posting new videos every Monday, so if there's a specific topic that you'd like me to cover, make sure that you leave it in the comments below. That's it for now. Appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you next video.